Hello, Carol Amendola Dianca here. Do we really have that many obese children? Do we really have that many obese infants? Could that possibly be the case? Why is this? And what can we do about it? When I published my third book last year, I collaborated with my friend Raffaella Maiorino Florio on recipes, and also with my good friend Dr. Barbara Deal, who is a pediatric cardiologist. And between myself and the two collaborators, I believe we put together just this great little book of facts, research-backed facts, cultural information, and recipes that are absolutely delicious. But I wanted to give you some information today from the book, from the chapter in the book that Dr. Barbara Deal collaborated on. And some of the information was shocking to me. The first thing that she said in our conversation was that if a mother is obese when she gives birth to a child, that her grandchildren will be obese. That obesity had changed her genetics. She's passing it down to her child, and her child will pass it down to the next generation, which I thought, wow, I've never heard anything quite so scary and shocking, that we could just continue to proliferate this problem. So presently, we just need to be more and more aware of what we can do to keep our children from being obese and, of course, from being healthful for the rest of their life and for the mothers as well. So right out of the book, I just want to quote Dr. Deal when she is saying that almost 14% of infants and toddlers in the United States are obese, 14%. And that's increasing to 18% for children that are between the ages of 2 and 11. And then 21% children that are adolescents are now presently overweight, and 40% of adults. So she always also said that infants who gain weight rapidly before the age of 2 are probably 2.5 times more likely to become obese than children that do not. So rather than a personal cosmetic problem or any other physical attribute that we want to associate with being overweight are the health problems. And it has been proven that children that are overweight are more prone to depression. We're having almost an epidemic of early onset of diabetes, and elevated fasting glucose, blood glucose, and resistance to body's own insulin is on the rise, causing more problems yet. So this is just a dramatic rise in issues that we can do something about. So what is causing the weight gain? Of course, it's diet and lifestyle, but not under the age of 2 years old. That's completely up to the parent and what the parent is giving the child. And she cites that one of these things is sugar-sweetened beverages. This is another shocking statistic that I didn't realize. Of course, we know sugar-sweetened beverages have absolutely no nutritional value, and artificially sweetened beverages are no better for us. In fact, they can be sometimes worse. But she says that sugar-sweetened beverages are consumed by over 40% of children under the age of 2 years old. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're drinking soda, but there are many, many sugar-sweetened beverages on the market that are marketed to moms and to children for something to drink. And that 60% of added sugars in the diet come from beverages. And accounting for almost 19% of total calories for children's ages 2 to 18 years old. 19% of total calories of sugars that are sugar-sweetened beverages, which is really devastating. And she's seeing it as a pediatric cardiologist. She's seeing it in the cardiology and the health of the heart in children. So, we really need to get our arms around this. A child knows no different if you give them just plain water or sugar-flavored water. There's no choice when they can't make their own decisions on what they're going to be drinking. And so get rid of the sugar-sweetened drinks for sure. Another thing she said that other foods to limit, of course, are processed meats and ultra-processed foods, because these are just, processed meats were just destroying the cardiovascular health. And we know that, some of the additives put in processed meats are cancer causing. And the ultra processed foods will never fill us up. They won't fill us up as adults or as children. So these are other things to avoid. I'm going to include in this video a graphic of childhood obesity, which can end up being a disease for a lifetime, and all the different areas of the child's life that it affects. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you're a new mom, a caregiver, a babysitter, a grandparent, please heed some of the warnings that you're getting from the nutritionist and from the pediatric cardiologist, and try some of the recipes that Raffaella has added to this wonderful little book, Real Food for Infants and Toddlers. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe if you don't mind. I would love to have subscribers so that I can continue to pass along this information that you most likely aren't going to get in the news, on TV, and other places. Thanks again. Bye-bye.